If you're a massage therapist, you have to do this. And since we're all massage therapists, I better see everybody doing this tomorrow. If you're not doing this tomorrow, that's not cool. Our arms are super important, so we have to stretch them all the time. Like between clients, like whenever, like when you're watching TV, if you're stuck in a car, like your grandma's over, you're in jail, you know, stretch your arms. It's common sense. You don't want to deteriorate. For the first muscle, I'm going to do the deltoid. For this muscle, you adduct your arm behind your back and pull it inferiorly. The deltoid originates on the lateral 1/3 of the clavicle, acromion, and spine of the scapula of the arm, and it inserts onto the deltoid tuberosity of the humerus. That stretch we just did also stretches the supraspinatus, but for the supraspinatus you can also bring your arm in front and pull it down as well. And of course, other side. Okay, for the infraspinatus, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this one. Put your hands on your hips and then just bend forward and let your elbows fall to the floor. Hold that for 30 seconds. For the subscapularis muscle, I want you to abduct your arm and externally rotate your hand. And I don't know if you can see it that well, but that's what I'm doing. So yeah, do one arm and obviously do the other arm. To stretch the brachialis, all you do is extend your arm. So yeah, because it does flexion, just extend it. Okay, to stretch the serratus anterior, we're going to extend our shoulders all the way back. And then try to stick out your chest and make sure your scapulas are fully retracted. And to deepen the stretch, take a big deep breath in. Oh my god, it's our tightest muscles ever, our pecs. Okay, for this one, you flex your elbow and abduct your shoulder. We're going to start off with 150 degrees. Usually you do this one against the wall or like a door to increase the stretch, and then move it down to 100 degrees, like this. Try to bring it back as far as you can, and then like this. You can see. And you don't want to have one good pec and one bad pec, so flex your elbow and abduct your shoulder, 150, 160, and 60 degrees. Okay, this next stretch, I needed a wall, so I had to move the camera. This stretches the biceps brachii. Wait, I'm just gonna do it first. So extend your elbow, keep it straight. Okay, for this next stretch, I needed a wall, so I had to move the camera. Here's the wall right here. So I extend my elbow and elbow straight, forearms pronated, and slowly flex your knees to deepen the stretch. Yeah. This stretches the biceps brachii, other side. And it also stretches the anterior deltoid, pec major, and pec minor. Ta-da! Okay, our next muscle is the coracobrachialis. You need a wall or a door for this one, so I'm not even gonna explain it that well. I'm just gonna show you. You have your arm extended. Oh, I'm explaining it now. But yeah, you do this basically. But you need a door here or a wall. To stretch the triceps, put your elbow behind your head and just kind of go like this. Try to keep your head neutral. Other side. Okay, to stretch the pronator teres, you extend your arm and use your other arm to supinate your wrist. And bilaterally. Okay, for the flexor carpi radialis, you elbow straight, extend wrist, and use your opposite hand to ulnar deviate the wrist. And other side. Elbow straight, extend wrist, use other arm to ulnar deviate. You can see ulnar deviation. Okay, palmaris longus. Elbow straight, extend wrist, use opposite hand to spread the palm. Other side, elbow straight, extend wrist, use opposite hand to extend the palm. Flexor carpi ulnaris. Elbow straight, extend wrist, radial deviate the wrist. I got lazy and I can't do O and I's anymore. You guys should just study that. Radially deviate the wrist. Okay, the flexor digitorum superficialis. Elbow straight, extend wrist, use opposite hands to pull middle phalanges posteriorly. See? Elbow extended, wrist straight, pull middle phalanges posteriorly. For the flexor digitorum profundus, extend, okay, do this, and then instead of the middle phalanges this time, we're doing the distal phalanges. And you're pulling the distal phalanges posteriorly. And it's for the flexor digitorum profundus. Flexor pollicis longus. Elbow straight, wrist extended, pull distal thumb into extension. Yeah, like this, distal thumb into extension. Every time I turn the camera off, don't move, just keep stretching. The pronator quadratus. Elbow bent, use opposite hand to supinate the forearm. Like so. You're just supinating your forearm. The brachioradialis. You start off with your elbow straight and supinated. With your opposite hand, stabilize the origin of the brachioradialis, which is the lateral supracondylar ridge, then fully pronate your arm. Go slower with that one. Supinated supracondylar ridge with your other arm, then fully pronate your arm. That's what you do. Extensor carpi radialis longus. Elbow straight, wrist flexed and pronated. Use your opposite hand to apply pressure over the second metacarpal. Gotta do both hands because you don't want to have one good hand and one bad hand. That was the second metacarpal we are applying pressure to. Extensor carpi radialis brevis. Elbow straight, wrist flexed and pronated. Apply pressure over the shaft of the third metacarpal. Why do we apply pressure there? Because that's where it inserts onto. The extensor carpi radialis brevis. Third metacarpal. Might be on your exam. Extensor digitorum. Elbow straight, wrist flexed, make a fist, and then apply flexion pressure. Oh, this one totally hurts. Ow. Okay, we're gonna do this one for like a little bit longer because I assume it's a good thing to stretch them. Other side. Extensor digitorum is what we're stretching. And yeah, make a fist and try to apply flexion pressure. This totally hurts. Ow. Ow. To deepen that stretch, you try to pronate or supinate. Extensor digiti minimi. Elbow straight, wrist and little finger flexed. And then use opposite hand to apply flexion pressure over fifth metacarpal. Like so. You can see what I'm doing? Other side, wrist flex, flex the little finger, apply flexion pressure. Extensor carpi ulnaris. Elbow straight, wrist flexed and supinated. Use opposite hand to apply flexion pressure over the shaft of the fifth metacarpal. Other side, you're applying pressure to the shaft of the fifth metacarpal. For the flexor carpi ulnaris. Okay, the supinator. Guess what kind of force it is? Can you guess? It's pronation force. Other side, pronation force. Yay, we finally have a thumb muscle. Abductor pollicis longus. So curl thumb into fist, like this, and then ulnar deviate, like so. Thumb into fist, and then ulnar deviate. Abductor pollicis longus. Extensor pollicis brevis. So ulnar deviate the wrist, use your opposite hand to flex the thumb. Apply the pressure over the shaft of the proximal phalanx. Your thumbs are super important. So do this and apply pressure to the shaft of the proximal phalanx. Ulnar deviate your wrist too. Gotta have super strong thumbs. Extensor pollicis longus. So you ulnar deviate the wrist, use your opposite hand to flex the thumb on the distal phalanx. Pressure over the distal phalanx. Like so. Ulnar deviate, pressure over the distal phalanx. Extensor pollicis longus. Extensor indicus. Wrist flexed, curl index finger into fist. Like so. I'll try to show you like this, except for I'm not doing it right now because I'm showing you. But you curl it like that, and then you hold it. And then you can apply pressure with your other hand. It's a good stretch. Index finger is pretty cool. So yeah, like I'm showing you right now, you just do that and you like increase it as much as you can. Thenar muscles. Extend wrist and thumb. Apply extension force over proximal phalanx of thumb. Like I'm doing right now. Other side. There's 3 thenar muscles. Apply an extension force. You want to do these every day. Okay, the last stretch. Hypothenar muscles. You extend your little finger and use your opposite hand to apply extension force over the 5th metacarpal and proximal phalanx of little finger. So like what I'm doing. And other side. Hope you had fun.